In this video, I'm going to show you how to make money from home on the side easily by selling low content books on Amazon KDP. Who knew you could have your very own published book and you don't have to be the next J.K. Rowling to make a ton of money? I'm Valerie with Finance Tea. Now let's talk low content books. First off, what are low content books? Low content or no content books are books that have little to no text or images. They provide the reader with guided content like notebooks, workbooks, journals, things like that. They can also encourage the user to participate in activities within the book, like cookbooks, for instance. And the great thing about these books is that they take very little time to create, but they can also help to contribute to passive income streams. Low content books can be highly profitable. These types of books are great at generating passive income because they are easy and quick to make. You don't have to write a manuscript. You don't need to be a great writer. They can serve as companions to other books like workbooks, logbooks, journals. They make for excellent gifts, and you don't even need to invest any money up front. And you don't even need to keep any book inventory because KDP is print on demand. There are so many types of low content books out there. Like I mentioned, there's journals, there's notebooks, there's weekly planners, monthly planners, calendars, agendas, diaries, quote books, coloring books, crossword game books, sketchbooks, activity books. There's so many different types of low content books out there that you can create very easily. And it's never been easier to create your very own low content book online for free. And you can do this through Canva. Canva is super easy to use. In my previous video, I actually go into how to use Canva to create your very own coloring book. Yes, believe it or not, coloring books sell really well on Amazon. So you can easily create your very own low content book using Canva for free. Let's say that you wanted to create your very own cookbook, for instance. Canva has a host of different templates depending on whatever type of book or content you're trying to create. Canva actually has a ton of cookbook templates to choose from. I mean, you can literally just use one of the templates and pop in your recipes and you have your very own cookbook. It's super simple, super easy to use. You can do some adjustments. You can edit some things if you don't like the cookbooks that are there. Maybe you want to switch up the colors or the design or maybe the text, the font. You can do that easily, but the template is already there for you to use, and there's tons of different types of cookbook templates to choose from. Same thing with notebooks and journals. There's just so many templates to choose from on Canva, and you can do this all for free. Now, if you wanted to upgrade your license and choose the Pro license, you can actually pay, and you have a lot more designs at your disposal if you wanted to do that as well. But you can simply just use it for free and create a dozen different types of cookbooks or low content books. And it's really easy to use. But if you want a more detailed tutorial on how to use Canva, specifically to create a coloring book, I actually have a video about that, and I'll put a link to the card up here. Now, the most important thing to know about how to be successful with selling books on Amazon KDP is choosing the right niche and keyword research. And through a tool like BookBolt, you can discover these winning niches and keywords that sell the most. Now, it's important to niche down because there are thousands upon thousands of journals and notebooks and cookbooks, for example, available on Amazon. So no one will be able to find your journal unless it has a uniqueness that is able to stand out from the rest. Now, if you sign up with BookBolt, there's a way to search for particular categories. Let's say that you want to go and start creating cookbooks, for instance. You can search for cookbooks and it'll show you a list of all the cookbooks that are selling the most. This will help you get an idea of the kinds of niches that you can actually jump into, or maybe an idea of how you can create better books, more interesting cookbooks than the ones that are actually selling out right now. Because if you don't particularly know what kind of niche that you want to get into, having a tool like BookBolt will help you to brainstorm and know exactly what's out there so you can have an idea and sort of get those wheels turning in your head about what kind of niches that you want to get into, and then what kinds of categories or types of low content books that you want to start selling. It'll also help you to know who your competition is. So let's say that you go for a cookbook that in a niche that might be a little bit more popular. Well, you can actually think about ways to make your particular cookbook stand out from those. Maybe you do something different. Maybe you add a little bit of something extra that they don't have. Tools like BookBolt will help you do the type of brainstorming and that strategizing that's important when it comes to selling books on Amazon KDP. Now, here's some strategies to use when you're doing keyword research, okay? Now, once you decide on a niche, make a list of keywords that are related to your niche. Having a tool, again, like BookBolt will help you, because if you type in your niche in BookBolt, you'll actually be able to see a list of keywords associated with that. The ones that are actually selling the most, the ones that are actually getting the most searches per month. You want to write all of those winning keywords down. Now, these are the keywords that Amazon shoppers are most likely to type into search when they're searching for a product or specifically a book. So write down at least 10 to 20 keywords. You can actually even test it out yourself by searching these terms on Amazon to see what comes up. And again, make sure when you're using BookBolt to pay attention to how many searches each keyword is getting per month so that you have the best chance of selling. But there's a caveat to this. If the keywords that you use are too saturated, then your discoverability will be 0 to none, okay? Because there's going to be too much competition within that keyword. So if you can aim for keywords that have search results that are less than 1,000 searches per month, then you're gold. Make sure that you study the competition to see if it's worth pursuing that keyword. So you do this through BookBolt by going into product, searching for your category, seeing all the books that are listed within that category, and you want to see how many estimated sales that these books are getting. This will give you an idea of how well you can perform using that niche and that keyword. So also when researching your competition, you want to ask yourself, are their books low quality? Is there a gap that you can fill in the market that they aren't talking about or they aren't providing within their low content books? Can you think of a unique twist that your book will have that'll stand out from the rest? These are the type of questions that you want to ask when trying to figure out how you can compete with the existing books that are already out there. You'll have to find a different angle that's more unique that'll help you stand out. So again, for more of an in-depth tutorial on how to use Canva to actually create your low content book, I have a video all about creating coloring books, and you should watch that to get an idea of how to use the functions on Canva. It's super easy. And then I created a coloring book from scratch, but you don't even have to do that. Like again, if you go for like a cookbook, for instance, they have cookbook templates already to use. And all you have to do is just maybe change the colors if you want. Of course, add in your recipes. But other than that, there's really not much to add. So it's so easy and so simple to use. It's just the key to all of this, the key to actually being successful with this is making sure that you choose the right niche and you choose the right keywords. Having a different angle, a unique twist to things will actually help your book stand out from all the rest. So doing these things will help you actually stand out from all the other books that are out there, because there's a lot of them out there. So you want to have a very unique, different twist, different angle on things. That's the key. And then within that video about Canva, about how to use Canva to create coloring books, I also go into how to use BookBolt more in depth as well. But having a tool like BookBolt is the key to being successful, because otherwise you're not going to really know what's selling, how many books are selling, what keywords are being searched for, how much they're being searched for. And again, you don't want to go for something that's oversaturated. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to beat the competition. And the ultimate goal with this is to have multiple low content books. You don't want to just have one. You want to have multiple ones, because that'll add to your passive income streams. So if you like this video, definitely give me a like and consider subscribing to join the tea party. And until next time, y'all, bye.